7 Drawbacks of using no-code. No-code platforms were developed to make software development easy for non-coders. Some people think it can completely put developers out of work, however, that's incorrect. Today, we are going to tell you 7 cons of using a purely no-code approach for your software. Number 1. Limiting templates. Most no-code platforms come with drag-and-drop templates for features you might need. However, the problem with these templates is that they are not very customizable. If you are looking for specific logic and can't find it in one of the templates, you don't have much of a choice. However, a few no-code platforms like Bubble.io have the ability to customize these templates to your needs. Number 2. Learning curve. Since learning no-code is relatively easy, people are living in a delusion that anyone can easily create genius software within days. Making a good app requires understanding of the technical side of product development, user interfaces, heat maps, user experience, and data architecture. If you are ready to learn these, you will no longer stay attached to no-code platforms. Number 3. Security issues. One of the biggest cons of no-code platforms, there is little to no control over the code in your app. Even though these platforms have great base security guidelines, you are only as secure as your platform is. This leads to greater risks of security for the software or website developed with no-code platforms. In case there is a data breach in the company where you developed your software, all of your user data is at risk. Number 4. Limited room for creativity. Simply put, presets limit creativity, as you are tied with the features provided by the platform. If you want to create additional features, you will have to find a way to work with the limitations to reach your goal. Alternatively, you have to manually add code, which requires a degree of technical knowledge. Number 5. Vendor lock-in, lack of code ownership. No-code platforms are great at providing a head start in product development. But once you have developed the product, you might run into vendor lock-in problems. No-code vendor lock-in happens when you cannot export the code behind your application to use somewhere else. However, some tools, like ecode.com, do allow you to export your code. At the initial level of your startup, this might not sound like a big deal, but as you grow, code ownership becomes a vital part of the business model. Number 6. Cost. No-code platforms are cost-effective is something we hear a lot of. However, people who say that are comparing the charges of hiring a developer to do the coding versus the subscription fees of the platform. This comparison does not look at the output quality, nor does it take into consideration your time spent learning the platform. For example, you start your project with no code and later decide to add custom code to sustain your app. Due to your lack of knowledge in coding, you hire a developer, which would end up being more expensive than hiring them at the start. Number 7. Scalability. Every successful organization gets to a point where they need scalability in their application. Most of these fast or cost-effective no-code platforms are not easily scalable, and if they are, it comes with an extra charge. That's one of the reasons why companies shift to either low-code or traditional software development after achieving, for example, 100,000 users.